Let's do some more SQL coding today. This question appeared in an Amazon interview. In this question, they're asking, display a list of users who took the same training lesson more than once on the same day. Output their usernames, training IDs, dates, and the number of times they took the same lesson. We have two tables here, users training and training details. In users training, we have two columns, user ID and username. User ID is just the IDs and username is like a human readable name of that corresponding ID. Training details contains all the details of the training performed by that user. So I'm going to quickly show you what's inside those tables. I can actually show you right here. You can do select star, but I can also show you those things here. You have user ID with the username, corresponding human readable names. In the second table, which is training details table, it contains training details of all those users. We have user ID, the training ID, and training date. I'll be working specifically with these three columns here. The reason being, they're asking us here, display a list of users who took the same training lessons more than once on the same day. So I have the day here. I have the training IDs. I have the users that took that training. So my approach for this question is pretty simple. I'll be doing a group by on the training date, training ID, and the user ID. So that will give me, and by the way, I'll be using the aggregation count. So that will give me the count, aka how many times a user took that training session on that specific day. So yeah, let's build that up. I'm gonna start with the second table. I'm calling it a second table because it's appearing here. This is the first table here. So select star from training details, training details. So as I said, I want to do a group by on the training date. So let's have our training date first. Let's do training, let's do user ID. So UID, training ID, that's the corresponding training that user did. Let's do a count. And you know what, let's name this table. Let's give it an alias, so to make our life easier. So from training details as TD, and this will be TD dot, and since we have used count here, let's put the other columns in the group by. And you can do 1, 2, 3. I'll just copy these column names as it's more descriptive. And there you have it. So as you can see on the training date, this training date for this specific user, number 8, he did the training once. Let's look at this user here on, I think this is August, the 1st of August. User number 1, he did this specific training twice on the same day. So those are the kind of users we are looking for here, because they're asking us display a list of users who took the same training lessons more than once. So this person here took this same training session twice, right? So that's the kind of information we're looking for. So how can we do a filtration on a grouped by row? We can do that using having. So we can do having count star greater than 1, because that's what they're asking. And let's run it. And there you have it. All the users who perform training more than once on the same date or same day. In the question, they're asking output their usernames. Okay. Here we have user IDs. So how can we replace this user ID with the username? So as you recall, in the first table, we had usernames, human readable usernames for corresponding IDs, right? So we're going to do a join. We are going to do a join of this table with the training details table based on the user ID, because that's the common column, right? So let's do that inner join users training. Let's give that a name, alias of UT. On td dot uid equals ut dot uid, and now I can rearrange all this here so the output that they're asking makes sense. So they want the username first and the training IDs, then the date, right? So let's do let's remove this, and they're asking date over here. Just rearranging all that, and they're asking the usernames, right? So that's coming from our users training table. That's ut dot uname, and let's do a group by based on this order here. So let's replace the old one, and let's run it. And as you can see, now you have human readable usernames with their corresponding training IDs and the training date. So this user did this specific training on this date twice, and so on. Let's run this here to solve our question, and as you can see, everything is green. That means this solution is correct.